Today I'm going to show you a simple beta blocker trick. Most people know that beta blockers end in LOL, but there's another simple trick that will help you remember if it's selective for beta 1 versus non-selective versus if it blocks both alpha and beta. So generally speaking, most beta blockers that begin with the letter A through N are going to be selective for beta 1. In other words, they're cardioselective. Remember that those beta 1 receptors are located in the heart. First, they're located in the conduction system, which will increase the SA node automaticity, as well as the conduction velocity through the AV node. And together, this will increase heart rate. Beta 1 receptors are also located on the cardiac myocytes that contribute to cardiac contraction and squeeze of the muscle cells. So by increasing that heart rate and cardiac contraction, we're going to increase cardiac output, which will increase blood pressure. And that's why beta blockers can be used to control high blood pressure. Some examples of beta 1 selective beta blockers include Adrenergic, Metoprolol, and Esmolol. Then we get to the beta blockers that start with the letters O through Z. Generally speaking, if a beta blocker begins with one of these letters, it's going to be non-selective for beta 1 and beta 2. And remember that one of the locations for beta 2 receptors is in the lungs. An example of a common non-selective beta blocker includes Propranolol. Lastly, we get to the beta blockers that block both alpha and beta receptors. The way to remember two of the more common medications in this category is that they end differently than the classic OLOL. So if you look at the medications that we've discussed so far, they end in OLOL. If a medication ends differently than this, it could be because it's an alpha and a beta blocker. Two of the more common medications in this category include Labetalol and Carvedilol. You can see that Labetalol ends in ALOL and Carvedilol ends in ILOL. Now this is not a hard fast rule. There are a couple beta blockers that block both alpha and beta, but they still end in OLOL. Another exception to briefly point out is Sotalol. It starts with S, so it's a non-selective beta blocker, but it ends in ALOL. Despite that alternate ending, it is not an alpha and a beta blocker. It's a non-selective beta blocker only.